everyone. Another day, another episode for daily self reflection. My day was eventful but not very productive. I started the day very early, going to my dentist, had some checkups, then I went to lab, did some maintenance about my fridge, then I continued my measurements. Honestly, my measurements are not going as well as I wanted. I'm not sure. I'm quite frustrated by that or some other reasons. I don't even have energy to feel anxious about that. So my low productivity does not trigger my anxiety anymore for past 1 week. Something is not very right. Then I had a lovely chat with my colleague. Well, it was fun, and she told me this very interesting experience of her. Then I shared my honest opinion. Um, I hope she wasn't offended by my honesty. I don't think she did. It was a lovely chat. But afterwards, it made me think about am I really good at talking to people or talking with people? Um, I don't really think so. I'm not. I'm not very good at the art of conversation. I think I didn't really think about what is the art, what is a good art of conversation. But I did notice some problems. For example, I'm definitely not a very good storyteller yet. One of the key reasons for me to start this channel is to get better at that. For example, this afternoon, while telling my own stories, I cannot lose the thread once, and I was like, "Oh, that is such basic mistakes, and how did I make that?" Then I think I actually make that often. I'm definitely getting better at that, but there's still lots of room to improve. Then I think I'm also not very good at um, balancing the honesty while telling my stories to different audience. For example, when I'm doing reflective chats, I'm basically telling my own stories to myself, and I choose to be honest and try to be as objective as a third person, which I think is quite important. However, sometimes I get too honest while I'm having chats with other people as well, and I don't think it's very good. When I mean I'm too honest, it's like, oh, I'm so confused today, I'm so anxious today, I'm so depressed today. I kind of share lots of my deep, dark problems with people. That's kind of like oversharing, over honesty. Don't get me wrong, honesty is the best policy. It's a very key part to show your sincerity with your friends. However, like me, sharing too much about my anxiety, problems I'm in, my depression and confusion. I mean, I cannot say that in a conversation. It's kind of like cry out for help, but I am at I am at the wrong place looking for help. People have a chat or break during work. To have a break from work, it's not to listen to my problems, so my psychological issue. That's the job for my therapist. People having tea at work is to for chill, like for relaxing. So they just want to have a good time with you. If they are kind and close enough, they probably give you some helpful advice. Um, but that's definitely not the place for help. So I think I didn't get it right before, and it caused quite some problems in my own life. Another thing is I try to be humble. Well, in my daily life, I don't like to show off my achievements, and I don't know. I was raised in that way, and I still believe so. Like being humble is good. However, I feel like because of that, it's kind of like I'm not really fitting in this society. Just in terms of that, I feel like this society, people is always trying to advertise themselves, present their best qualities, even like present themselves in a way that is much better than who they actually are or like what they actually have. I get that because it's a very competitive society and you are fighting for opportunities. So that's like more active engagement with like society opportunities. Mine is like more negative, I think. Um, so I feel like kind of like not fitting in. But it might actually has some even deeper like layer. I think this kind of related to my low self-esteem. I do think I suffer from low self-esteem, but it's not from like I think I'm not as good as people around me. I think it's from like perfectionism. Like I am not as good as Newton or Marie Curie, or not yet. Therefore, like I'm just I know very ordinary person, or even just like I need to work much harder to prove myself. I know it's a bit problematic. Um, it's not only like give myself too much pressure. It also like in this society, I'm presenting myself lesser than I am. That's kind of like one of results from that, like low self-esteem from perfectionism. Because I often find people around me think less of me, then they are kind of surprised with my achievements. So I don't think I achieve less than people around me. I don't think like I'm hugely better either. I am just like one of ordinary, but I'm not like has done absolutely nothing. I do have some achievements I am proud of, but like one of the people around me, like it's not extremely ordinary. So anyway, I think that might be causing some problems, and I could work on them in future. Like be careful with the level of honesty, and think about like being humble in this society, or like try to be more active as well, and also think about like my low self-esteem and what kind of effects it is having in my life. I don't know, maybe you're also bored of this kind of this kind of shits. But anyway, I think the key for self-reflection is it's a maintenance work, and maintenance work is boring, but it's very important. So I think my channel is boring, and it's okay because it's important. Good night.